Hello friends, so this is Sandeep Yadav, a professional trader and an investor who has been graduated from one of the finest institute into the stock market here in India. I've been saying this from last video onwards because there are a lot of people who are actually putting the videos and also maybe talking about the stock market who may not be knowing a lot of things about the stock market itself. So I thought of maybe introducing myself, which will really help you to understand that this person actually knows about the stock market and he has been into the stock market for quite some time. So this video, of course, today is Sunday and I'm going to talk about my own trades which I'm planning it for the next week. Don't take this as a tip giving session, rather focus on the learning also, because I'll be sharing how I am planning. Of course, I'll be sharing the levels where I'm planning my trades, but then at the same time I'll also be talking what is the base behind it, what is the reason behind taking these trades. Maybe a little bit about the background of those trades, and then I'll be discussing where are those levels where exactly I'm planning these trades. So let's begin the video. So these trades are going to be in Nifty, Bank Nifty, one of the commodity, and also few stocks which have actually come in beautiful levels. These are going to be mix of both buying and selling trades, and also along with some maybe intraday trades and some maybe swing trades where we're going to hold the trades for maybe more than one day, or maybe a couple of, just for maybe a week or 10 days also. So let's start with Nifty first, and we can see the Nifty chart already opened. Let's go to a bigger picture first and see what Nifty has been doing. So Nifty is kind of course there's a red candle forming up, but then this is still a bullish candle, because prices actually went down all the way to 24,150, but then there was a good pressure from the buyers and prices have actually come up again to 24,823 was the last price, where the Nifty closed on Friday. But then what we can also see is, if you see it here, look at my cursor, this is RSI, which is Relative Strength Index. This tells us if the price is actually cheap or expensive. We discussed this in the last video also, but then let me repeat, because Nifty has been almost sideways for the entire last week, and then there can be a few things which I've already spoken in my last video, but then there can also be new viewers who are actually viewing it for the first time. That's the reason I'm repeating it again. So the RSI is quite expensive. When I'm saying expensive, so anything which is close to 80 and above is to be considered as expensive. So if you look at the RSI, it's here bottom center also, and it's also here in the green color. When I put my cursor onto the current month candle, if you see the RSI, it's 79.97, which is almost like 80, and 80 is to be considered as very expensive. So when the prices are expensive, we will not be planning any buy trade immediately on the current market price. So let me just come back onto the smaller time frames. So monthly chart was almost like to understand what is Nifty doing on a bigger point of view or on a bigger picture. So let's come back to the smaller time frame, which is maybe 15 minutes time frame. This was our earlier trade on where we saw a good support formed, and the level was almost like 24,120. This was a beautiful support which was formed, and that's where we actually took our last trade. The target was actually met, and it has actually moved beautifully from there. Now there's another support which has been formed where we can again take a trade, a buying trade, when the price will actually come back here. So this is actually 24,461 is an area where we will be having our buy trade in case if the price actually comes back to these levels. As of now, the prices are actually, if you see, the Nifty was almost sideways for the entire week. Of course, there was a slight up direction, but then it was almost sideways. So there is also a beautiful resistance here where we can plan a sell trade also in case if Nifty goes up. If it doesn't comes down, and if it goes up, that also has a good chances in case if it goes up all the way here towards 25,000. So then we'll be planning our sell trade. So if the prices comes here to 24,461, it is going to be a buy trade here, because it's a support area. And in case if prices goes above here towards 25,000, we are going to sell here, because it's a beautiful resistance level, and moreover 25,000 is a strong resistance. It's a strong number as well in itself. But then while selling, as I said in my previous video also, I will be looking for a confirmation here. And what that confirmation is, I want a candle to be in a shape of a reverse hammer. So once I see a reverse hammer forming, maybe here in the resistance or maybe while the prices are actually dropping, yeah, I am going to plan a sell trade here in Nifty. I hope I have made myself clear. So 24,461 is an area where I'm going to buy. 25,000 is an area where I'm going to sell, but then I will wait for a confirmation of a reverse bullish candle. When it is formed, that's the time I'm going to sell, because reverse bullish candle means price is actually opened here, but then there is a lot of selling pressure, and because of the selling pressure, the prices are going to go down further. So this is going to be a confirmation for me when I see this kind of a candle formed, where in this resistance level around 25,000. Yeah, so this was the trade in Nifty. Yeah, let's move ahead to Bank Nifty now. Bank Nifty, there are two levels here. One is of course a support that is towards 50,000, which is again a very, very strong number, 50,000. There is also a resistance towards 51,439. So these are the two areas. As of now, price is over here, 50,933. On Monday or in next week, if prices goes up, I'm going to sell in 51,440. If prices comes down, I'm going to buy at 50,000. So these are two levels in Bank Nifty where I'm planning my trades. Let's move ahead to one of the commodity which have actually come on a beautiful level. If you really want to learn how to trade in commodities, then I'm also planning another session which is going to be in this week itself. So keep a watch on the upcoming videos and you will learn how you can actually trade these commodities like gold, silver, natural gas, copper, crude oil, and you can make beautiful money there as well. And one of the best thing is that commodities you can actually trade till 11:30 in the evening. So you're not restricted to only maybe close your trading at around 3:15 or 3:30. You can actually go on to trade commodities, and moreover the volatility, the action actually happens after 3 o'clock in commodities. So you can still make money even after 3 or 3:30 as well. Yeah. So this was one of the commodity where I where I saw a beautiful level forming up here. So this was a level where I actually took my long trade, but then as of now it is moving towards the resistance level, and this is a swing trade, by the way, and that's why I mentioned it here. This is going to be a swing trade. What do we mean by swing trade? Intraday trades are basically trades where we expect our target to come on the same day. So we buy on the same day, we sell on the same day itself. Similarly, on swing trades, we are expecting targets to come in more than one day. So it can be 2 days, it can be 3 days, it can be 1 week, 10 days. So that's what we mean swing trading. Yeah. So this is going to be a sell trade. 6354 is a level where I'm actually planning to sell this here. Stop loss, very, very important. I never miss keeping a stop loss. This is my stop loss, 6478. 6354 is where I'm going to sell, and this is my target, 6042. Then moving on to the couple of stocks which are actually in my radar, mix of both intraday and swing trading, and also sell trading and buy trading as well. So this is Indian Hotel first of all. Now Indian Hotel, if I see maybe a bigger picture, because it is really important that we understand what is this chart, what is this stock actually doing. So if you look at this is a monthly chart. So each of these candles are monthly candle. If you look at these last 3 months itself, of course the entire rally has been beautiful from maybe last 2 years, but the last 3 months also, if you look at, this is again a green bullish candle, and even the current month is, though there is no clear color in the candle, but then you can still make out prices are actually here currently. Prices went all the way down towards maybe around 570, but then there was a lot of buying pressure and prices have actually moved up, and currently it is at 641. So that's a good thing. It's a bullish pattern which is forming up. So we can definitely plan a buy trade here in Indian Hotel, and that's I'm planning at 125-minute level. Yeah. So 125-minute level, this is a beautiful support here which has formed, and this is a swing trade, as I said, and it is going to be a buy trade. let the price come here. I never run behind the price, I never chase the price, and that's how professionals do trade into the stock market, and you should also be trading in the same way. Yeah, so let the price come down from the current 641, maybe tomorrow, maybe day after tomorrow, or maybe on Wednesday or Thursday, whenever. I'm not going to run behind the price. I will wait for the prices to come at my level, maybe at 622.75 or 623 or 624. That will be the time where I'm going to buy in Indian Hotel, and this is going to be my target at 648. Yeah, stop loss again, very, very important, 612. Of course, there is high probability that the prices are going to come and go up, but then nobody knows, nobody can predict what can happen in the stock market next week. Yeah, there can be a big news, there can be some news in America, there can be there's already a conflict going between Iran and Israel, there can be medical situation, there can be our Hindenburg brother who can come back again and maybe put some breaking news. Anything can happen. There can be something in Indian Hotel itself, there can be a change in management, there can be results coming out, so nobody knows what can actually happen into a particular stock. So it is very, very important you always keep a stop loss, which will always save our capital and the trade also. Yeah, but then of course the probability is super high because it's a nice support level where the prices are going to go up from these levels. Yeah, so this is going to be my buy trade in Indian Hotel. Now moving on to the SBI Life. SBI Life is again a buy trade and an intraday trade. This is not a swing trade. Intraday trade is that I'm going to buy on the same day and sell it on the same day itself. And this I'm actually looking at on a bigger, let's look at a bigger picture. So this is again, if you look at this pattern, beautiful green candle last month, and this month also it is a bullish candle. As I explained it in previous trade also in Indian Hotel, prices are currently here at 1789, prices went down, but then currently there was a lot of buying pressure and prices have actually come up again. So buyers are in control here. Yeah, and that's the reason I'm actually planning a buy trade in SBI Life also, and this is going to be on a 30-minute time frame. So smaller time frame is always preferred for an intraday trade. The more the time frame increases, from 30 minutes to 125 minutes, that actually becomes a swing trade. And if I want to hold a stock maybe for a couple of months, then it becomes a positional trade, and for that I will always look at my chart on a daily time frame or a weekly time frame. So these time frames are super important. If you want to understand these time frame, I've also put up another video, a learning video for people to know which time frame they are supposed to trade for different trading purposes. It is really important that we understand where are we supposed to trade depending on the purpose of our trade. It cannot be always an intraday trade, it cannot be always a swing trade, it cannot be a positional trade, or maybe always an investment also. So different time frames really helps us to understand what are we supposed to trade on that particular time frame. So earlier, if you remember, on Indian Hotel, that was a 125-minute time frame. That means each of these candles are for 125 minutes. Now SBI Life, and that's why this was a swing trade. That means the targets are going to come maybe in a week or 10 days of time. But SBI Life is an intraday trade, and this is a 30-minute time frame. That means each of the candle is of a 30-minute time frame. So the first candle was formed from 9:15 to 9:45. Then the second candle was from 9:45 to 10:15, and that's how the entire day spent. Last candle here, this was the last candle, which was from 2:45 to 3 o'clock to 3:30. So that's how this entire day has been created. Now this is an intraday trade, and this is a level where I am planning my buy trade. Yeah, I showed you already a bigger picture of SBI Life also, where it is a very bullish stock. 1729 is where I will buy, 1711 is where I'll keep my stop loss, and 1784 is my target, which is 3:1 risk to reward. Risk to reward is very important. This means if I am losing 1 rupee from here to here, I am going to make 3 rupees from my entry to the target. So it has to be minimum at least 2:1 or 3:1 reward. If my target is so close here, then there is no point taking this trade. Yeah, because it's going to be 1:1. So there is no point taking the trade. So always keep your risk to reward at least 3 times more. Yeah, and this is what RR means. I hope I have made myself clear here as well. I normally, as I said, do not buy or sell on a current market price, because there's not just one SBI Life or one Indian hotel or one DLF stock in the stock market. There are thousands of stock in the stock market. So let the price come to my level, and that's how these big institutions and professionals trade. They never chase, they never run behind the prices. Let the price come to, they always make sure, let the price come to their levels, and that's when they are actually going to buy and sell. Yeah, this was my trade, a buy trade in SBI Life. Next is DLF, and this is going to be a sell trade, ladies and gentlemen. Yeah, this is not a buy trade, and this is an intraday trade again, because this is on a 30-minute time frame. 30-minute, you can see it here on top also, it's written 30, and at the bottom also here. Now again, each of these candles are of 30 minutes. Yeah, and this is why I'm planning an intraday trade here in DLF. So you see a beautiful resistance forming here. It's an intraday trade, it's a sell trade, a short trade, where I'm selling it because I believe the prices are going to fall from here. And where exactly I'm selling? 839 is a price where I'm going to sell this. 903 is a stop loss, and I'm going to keep 864 as my target. If you see the RR written here, 3:1, that is 3.04. That means 3:1. 1 rupee of loss, 3 rupees of profit. That's what I always target, and you should always be targeting here. Yeah, so these are my trades in Nifty, Bank Nifty, Crude Oil, Indian Hotel, SBI Life, and DLF. So trading in different asset classes like Nifty, Bank Nifty, thousands of stocks, and also many commodities actually gives you an edge. So because you're not restricted only in trading in Nifty, Bank Nifty, or only in stocks or only in commodities. So you should be knowing how to trade in each of these different asset classes. I hope this video was learningful, meaningful for you. You were able to understand what is the overall bigger picture for any particular trade, and how do we actually plan, how do I actually plan my trade, looking at the support and the resistance. But the bigger picture is super important, whether it is the certain indicators like Bollinger Band, which I did not use it today, but then Bollinger Band is one of my favorite, and again RSI, which I used it today, where we saw if the prices are actually expensive or cheap. So whatever commodity or the prices, it's a basic understanding, right? When the prices are actually expensive, we should not be buying. We should always buy cheap and sell expensive. That's a basic philosophy of any business actually, even in stock market as well. Thank you so much for watching the video. I wish you a lot of success and wonderful trades, profitable trades here in the stock market. This is Sandeep Yadav signing off.